Hello. Hello, humans. It has been a minute or so since I've done one of these. How are we all? So yeah, I am ready to get going if you guys are. Looking forward to this. Let's get on some music. In fact, you know what? Well, a bit of a break from Ungravitify. We will have cheeky bit of I'm Here in the background. Why not? It's very quiet, but right. Yeah, I think it's this video. I don't know why it's I must have clicked on it. Just to, spoilers. I mean, we knew Solaris was going to be on the list. So yes, we're going to have a cheeky little look at Tyrecordlol's video on the top 10 strongest characters in the Sonic universe.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So as you can see by the title, I'm going to be going over the top 10 strongest people in the Sonic franchise. Before I get started, don't forget to join my Discord right here and ask me questions. I'm in voice chat all the time. We are the #1 Sonic Discord server, but anyways, this
video... #2.
The video is going to be sectioned off into 3 parts so I can kill 3 birds with 1 stone. First, we're going to go over who's their strongest in their base form, meaning with no power-ups, no chaos emeralds and stuff like that.
Okay.
Second, we're going to go over the top 10 strongest of all time, dead or alive. Third is who's the top 10 strongest currently right now. Also, one quick thing before we start, we're only going to be talking...
Shit, so he's doing like a 3-in-1. Right, well I'm very much looking forward to this then.
About the characters that originated in the video games, but we are going to be dipping into the IDW comics sometimes because it does expand upon the characters that originated in the video games and does show more from those characters. So grab your snacks, buckle up, and enjoy the video.
I sure hope we do.
I need to stop. Alright, so with their own raw
strength,
powers, and abilities, who are the top 10 strongest characters in the Sonic universe? Starting off with SBO as...
SBO? Interesting. Also, before we get like too deep into this, I figured I'd just show you guys what I've been working on in the meantime. Basically, a little while ago I had to factory reset my PC, and that included all of my details with my streaming setup. So, I had to make a new one. So, first of all, this is what happens if someone becomes a channel member. That's what happens if someone becomes a channel member. If someone tips and donates... Oh. I don't think I made a custom one for that. I think that's just the default one. Okay, well, that's just the default one. Okay, what happens if someone subscribes? Absolutely nothing at all. Lovely. Good to see it. Lovely. Not to see it. You'll like these last two. Super chat. If someone does a donation.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
This is a test message.
I really like that one, I'll be honest. I really like that one. And then there's gifted subs, which I'm definitely gonna get copyrighted for, but you know, fuck it.
Avengers! Assemble.
I thought that that was quite cool, to be honest. So, yes, with that being said, Espio. Espio. I mean, in the games, he doesn't really do anything.
Number 10. Espio the Chameleon is actually very slept on. There was a point where Sonic and Shadow were fighting and he said, I could keep up with them, I just don't have the energy to do so right now. Espio's not a character in the limelight a lot, that's why I say he's a little slept on. He's teamed up with Shadow in the past, Sonic, Knuckles, and the craziest thing he's ever done is, while everybody was 2v1ing one of the Deadly Six members during the Metal Virus arc, Espio was the only one that fought alone one of the strongest Deadly Six members and took him down using his cool jitsu and illusions that he's able to do. Espio's a really smart character, obviously, as he's a ninja, so he's really tactical in battle. Espio doesn't have a lot of L's, but he also doesn't have a lot of moments in battle. He's great with his words. He's talked Silver out of, you know, some sad moments. He's also made plans during Sonic Forces on taking down Infinite and his forces. So he's a pretty strategic person. On top of that, again, he's fought a Deadly Six member by himself. But yeah, when it comes to battle, the character...
I mean, fighting Deadly Six members isn't that impressive. Like, I mean, they're relatively featless in the games, at least. And Sonic... I believe Sonic 1v2'd them as well in the final area of Sonic Lost World. So I don't know how impressive that is. I'm not terribly impressed so far. But then again, let's see who else he has on the list.
Characters I rank higher than him have way better moments in the battle. For number 9, we have Bark the Panda. You know, when people
how do you cock that up, my guy? He looks nothing like a feckin' panda.
Think of raw strength in Sonic, they always think of Knuckles and sometimes Big the Cat, but you should be thinking of Bark the Panda. He originated in the Sonic
Bro, motherfucker doubled down on the panda comment.
fighting game, and during when the Archie comics were still
If that motherfucker's a panda, then I'm Donald Trump.
canon, he was known as one of the strongest in the universe, top 2, with Mighty the Armadillo being number 1, and him being Mighty the Armadillo's.
Is this where the freaking Mighty versus Shadow debate came from? Like, these statements saying Mighty is like the strongest Mobian. Is that where that debate came from? I'm still tempted to do a Shadow versus Mighty, like, YouTube short. Like, seriously, where did this debate suddenly come from and why is it so heated?
Biggest rival. Don't get me wrong, Bark and Knuckles are close in strength, but you gotta realize, Bark is a pacifist. He doesn't really want to do that much. He's a shy guy, he's described as, and that's why when Knuckles was fighting him, he was like, I know you're stronger than this, like, bring out your full strength, and when he did, they were going blow for a blow. And then after this, what puts the icing on the cake is that Bark completely destroys Mighty in their first encounter. Mighty spin dashing towards him, he grabs Mighty, and squishes him inside of a tree, and Mighty's gonna say, that's 2 out of 3. Now, why is this a big deal? Well, because Knuckles doesn't know if he's stronger than Mighty. He actually cucks down to Mighty. In the Tails Tube, which is the official Tales from the Games YouTube channel, yes, I was surprised too. This is actually the official Sonic Cast YouTube channel, so everything they say on here is complete and utter truth. But anyways,
I'm gonna be completely honest with you, my guy. When was this video made? A year ago? Okay, the audio mixing is complete dog shit. You need to make the music a lot quieter.
in Tails Tube number 5, modern versions of the characters are talking about their past and talking about Mighty. So Knuckles speaks up and says, you know, he's basically a better version of Sonic. You know, he's as fast as you, and he can power through things you can't, Sonic. And that's when Sonic gets to saying, so he's a better version of you. And then Knuckles is like, So
would you say he's stronger than you?
Who's next on your list, Tails?
About answer the question.
Oh, we can't talk about Mighty.
You know, Knuckles doesn't really know if he's actually stronger than Mighty, and I would, in my opinion, just straight up say, Mighty's stronger than Knuckles. Mighty's not even able to take damage from spikes. What's on Knuckles' fist? Spikes. But anyways, Bark was able to beat Mighty in the
That's a stretch.
last fight, with Mighty asking if they could do another round. But the reason why I have to put him this low is because that was back in the classic days, and now Knuckles and Mighty have gotten stronger. Mighty is still known as one of the strongest persons, as you can see modern versions of the characters talking about Mighty still to this day. But Bark, it's really been crickets. I mean, it's really been silent about him. They have not brought him up again.
The last time I saw this twat was in Sonic the Fighters, and he was like actually overpowered. And the last time I saw anything about Sonic the Fighters was when I watched Smosh play the game. And they were like actually really OP with Sonic by complete accident. That is the last time I watched anything for that game.
Especially when bringing up strong people. So for number 8, we have
Mama. Oh dear, that's gonna be a storm in a teacup. Okay, before we get to him, like my man's got the body structure of a bowling pin.
So for number 8, we have Shadow the Hedgehog. 9 times.
Oh, okay, this is where... Okay, I can see now why people wanted me to react to this video. Oh, Jesus. See, this is the thing. If Shadow's at 8, where's Sonic gonna be? Oh, dear God. Okay, let's see what he says.
Out of 10, Shadow is using a Chaos Emerald and is not in his base form. He's using it to stop time, teleport, use swords and whatnot, which really made it hard putting Shadow somewhere. Like, it's hard to rank someone and they're just...
I mean, yeah, but even without a Chaos Emerald, he still kinda keeps up with Sonic in the games. I don't know.
Base form if they're rarely in base, you know. He uses the Chaos Emerald so much that even when he was trying to race Sonic, he decided to use the Chaos Emerald. And Sonic outright just called him a cheater. Like, that's just cheating.
Race across the island, coast to coast.
You're on.
Chaos control!
Hey, that's cheating.
It is cheating. I mean, like, Sonic is over here not using any type of extra power or nothing. He'll just race you with his born power, while Shadow, he has a lot helping him in battle. Now, the reason why Shadow is this low is basically because of his fight against Silver. During Silver...
Oh, Jesus. Here we go. Okay. This is gonna piss off the Shadow fans, I know, right? I have an idea for a power scaling video. By all means, what is it? Oh, excuse me.
Fight against...
We all know Big the Cat's the strongest Sonic character. Hey dude, your video on Sonic Heroes is pretty peak. Not gonna lie, the more I play Sonic Heroes, the more I like it. Although I fucking hate the special stages. Like, the special stages can actually get fucked. The first one is so easy. Like, you'd actually have to be blind and paralyzed from the neck down to lose the first one. But everything after that is just freaking impossible.
Shadow, you can see while they're fighting, Shadow is using Chaos Spear. And then after the fight, you can see Silver and Shadow...
I'm just going to be completely honest, they could have got rid of the special stages from Heroes and the game would have been objectively better. I'm just going to be completely honest. Like, the special stages actually hurt Heroes. It's like, I'll never understand why people, like, I'll never understand why people hate, the Sun and Moon medals in Sonic Unleashed so much when things like those special stages exist. It's like, those are actually horrible. Right, anyway, what's he saying about Shadow?
Fighting, Shadow is using Chaos Spear. And then after the fight, you can see Silver and Shadow panting, out of breath, breathing hard, showing how high difficulty the fight was, but also relative these characters are. This is a base Silver that is highly relative to a Chaos Emerald using Shadow, who of course...
Shit, Silver had a Chaos Emerald as well.
Needed to resort to use Chaos Control when they both were out of breath. You can tell that both of them were very much equal in strength up until, of course, Shadow used Chaos Control. If you don't know where I'm going here, without that Chaos Emerald, Shadow would have most likely lost this fight. It's safe to say that base Silver is stronger than...
He's literally, in your own video, you're showing Silver having a Chaos Emerald. Like, are you serious, my guy? How many characters have you gotten through? We're at number 8. And we're at Shadow.
And base Shadow based off this fight. Unless you're one of those people that think base Shadow is stronger than Shadow with the Chaos Emerald, it's safe to say Silver...
I wonder if anyone's actually called him out for this. It's like, even in his own video, it's like Shadow is like, not massively above Silver in this fight, but he is still above him. They were at number 10 and 9. Number 10 was SBO, number 9 was Bark the Polar Bear.
...is beating a base...
I mean, listen, chat. I think that Shadow is very overrated. But, like... I think he's doing him a disservice here. Like, he's literally lying. Like, Silver is clearly got a Chaos Emerald as well.
...form Shadow. Compared to the other characters I ranked higher than Shadow, he has not done anything nearly as great as they have in their base form. Now, before I move on...
But like, in base form, he kind of fought Mephiles multiple times.
Shadow, I know people are gonna say, but Ty, he's Sonic's biggest rival. He's literally the #1 rival of the main character. I hope you know he's not the only rival to Sonic. You know, he is one of the definitions of a rival towards Sonic, which is a person or a thing competing with another for the same objective or for superiority in the same field.
I mean, that argument doesn't really work because, like, we're talking about Shadow in terms of character or power levels. This is the top 10 strongest characters in the Sonic universe. I mean, you can't really make that argument since Shadow, like, does have statements saying he's like Sonic's equal. I think that those statements are flawed. I think Sonic has moments where he's above Shadow and vice versa, but like...
field of activity. And in this case, obviously between Sonic and Shadow, it's speed. They compete against speed. No, they want to find out who's the fastest amongst each other, but that doesn't mean...
Silver didn't know Chaos Control at the time. No, he did. That's how they went back in the past, was because Shadow and Silver used Chaos Control at the same time.
Other characters don't rival Sonic. You don't need to be in a competition against someone to rival them. In fact, you just need to be or seem to be equal or comparable to them.
Okay, so Shadow doesn't rival Sonic, but by your own definition, he is seen to be equal or comparable to Sonic. I'm gonna need a fucking calculator because that doesn't add up.
And in this case, obviously Sonic. There are a lot of people in the Sonic verse that are comparable to Sonic. Read any of the comics or play any of the games, this should be obvious. Matter of fact, I just brought
It's
up...
like, I'm kind of curious as to who he has above who he has above Shadow. Metal Sonic, I guess? Tails, Knuckles, Blaze, Silver? Silver being above Shadow, that's gonna be a fucking storm in a teacup.
Beyond how he said he can keep up with Sonic and Shadow. Now for number 7 is Silver the Hedgehog.
Oh, speaking of the devil, bloody Silver.
Hedgehog. Now,
also, I'm going to be completely honest, and I don't even think this is a hot take. No one wants a year of Silver. You don't. You're lying to yourself. No one likes Silver. Everyone hated him in 06, and he has done nothing since then. Like, no one wants a year of Silver. I'm sorry. Like, no one wants that shit. If you were to... Like, if you were to say, right, what would you rather have? 5 years of Silver or one more year of Shadow? Guess what everyone would say. And you know I'm right. 5 years of Silver or 1 more year of Shadow, you know what everyone would say. It's just the truth. Like, no one likes Silver. No one wants an entire fucking year of him. The only reason people like Silver is because Project 06 exists. The end. If Project 06 didn't exist, no one would like Silver. It's just that simple.
Not only is Silver the Hedgehog able to keep up with Sonic the Hedgehog's speed, but he also has his psychokinesis powers. These powers allow him to garner up so many objects.
Year of Omega would be better. Bro, like, Year of Big the fucking Cat would probably be better.
He did in Generations and just throw them at you. Now, the problem with this is that fast enough, you're able to avoid being hit by his psychokinesis. Like, he cannot grab you if you're fast enough to avoid it. We see this in the comics. You see this in Sonic Generations on, you know, Sonic obviously beats him because he's just so fast. He's able to just dodge and completely blitz Silver. We also see this in the comics with Metal Sonic that I'll go over later. Silver really deserves it.
Well, here's the thing as well, chat. We have Shadow the Hedgehog has had 2 games, and the plot for both of them was almost exactly the same. Look me in the eye and tell me that a plot for a Silver game isn't going to be a retelling of Sonic 06. Shadow Generations was a retelling of Shadow the Hedgehog from 2005. A Silver the Hedgehog game would retell Sonic 06, let's be honest. Like, these characters just do not have enough lore. And Sonic Team is creatively bankrupt. Like, they're not gonna create new shit for Silver. They don't even do that for Sonic anymore.
His flowers when he's in base. Like I said before, base form Silver is stronger than base form Shadow.
No. No. Just not even remotely close. Yeah, they were both out. They both had Chaos Emeralds, and Shadow beat Silver in a fair fight.
For further, more simpler clarification on why I have Silver over Shadow, it's simply because there's never a time where Shadow had Sonic on his knees like this after a fight.
Is this a joke? How could someone like you cause the destruction of our world?
Yeah, Silver caught Sonic off guard here. Like, Sonic won this fight fair and square. This is a misconception that a lot of people have. Sonic won this fight. Silver only, like, had Sonic on his knees because he cheap-shotted him. Like, Sonic won this fight. Like, I don't know why people still don't have basic reading comprehension. The game's older than you are, probably. Like, why do we not know this?
What do you mean?
Shadow, on the other hand, pretty much needs...
Why not a year of Tails? You had it. It's called Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the movie. Like, that was basically Tails' film. You have no hope for the series anymore? Not really. For new shit, no. Not really. We haven't had a brand new Sonic game since Sonic Colors. Back in 2010. But we just haven't. Like, if you want, like, new... If you want brand new creative stories from the Sonic games, you're shit out of luck. You're not gonna get it. And to be honest, I don't even like the... I don't really even like the new Sonic games all that much. It's like... Colors was great. Sonic Gens was amazing. Lost World was pretty bad. We don't talk about the Rise of Lyric games. Mania was alright. Mania was pretty good. Forces was bad. Frontiers, I think, was mid. Like, a very unfinished game. And then Shadow Generations was pretty forgettable. So it's like... Realistically, like, we just haven't had a good Sonic game in fucking ages. And it's annoying when Resident Evil 9 released, and I didn't even know that game was coming out. And it's instantly, like, the best game of 2026. It's like, why can't we get something like that for Sonic? Like, just release an absolute juggernaut of a game. Like, why can't we... I don't know, like... Sega literally has, like, one of the biggest video game characters of all time, and they refuse to do anything cool with him. I don't know what it is.
One Chaos Emerald to compete with Sonic and Silver on equal grounds. Before I move on from Silver, would you rather fight Silver, the Hedgehog that not only can keep up with Sonic, but can throw you, fly, he can hold, throw, and shoot projectiles at you while also being able to protect himself with a protective barrier like he did with Sonic against that hole?
Well, here's the thing. If Silver can do all of this, why isn't he above Sonic? Exactly. It's because Sonic is better than Silver.
Explosion. All I gotta say is Shadow doesn't have that much crazy stuff he's done in his base form by himself. That's all I gotta say. It's really hard to put him somewhere, but the safest spot is to put him right under Silver in 8th place. Silver 7th. And for number 6, we have Metal Sonic.
Ooh. That's interesting. Hang on. I've got like a piece of apple skin at the back of my throat. It's really bothering me. Sorry about that.
I know all my Metal Sonic fans know that he's a force to be reckoned with.
Metal Sonic 2 spots above Shadow. That is interesting.
First, Shadow the Hedgehog, in his base form, was fighting Metal Sonic. You know, he was getting a couple hits in, but then he went ahead and downloaded his abilities and completely washed Shadow. The coolest thing about Metal Sonic that you didn't know is that he's more of a rival to Sonic than anybody is. Even Sonic at his full speed can still be surpassed by Metal Sonic, but only for a little bit, but still, he's able to zoom past Sonic at his full speed easily. On Tales 2 number 4, they talk about this, where they say not only can Metal Sonic keep up with Sonic, but keep him on his—
Yeah, annoyingly, I won't be able to watch Metal vs. Cell the day it comes out. It'll probably be a Monday. Yeah, it'll probably be a Monday stream when we watch that.
his toes.
The one robot that can not only keep up with Sonic, but also keep him on his toes.
Metal Sonic can fly, he has electricity attacks, he's very destructive as he can power through anything he wants, even spikes, which Sonic can't do, not even Shadow. He has a move that basically makes him indestructible while also—
So it's like a recurring theme with this guy is he does use gameplay mechanics quite a lot, which is, I don't know.
also being able to copy his opponent's abilities. He even pulls up on Silver and Sonic and 1v2s them both, beating them up to the point where they struggle so much that Silver resorts into grabbing and throwing him. After Sonic says, he's too fast, you can't use your psychokinesis on him. On top of that, he also can put a protective barrier around himself. And that's not even just the Hedgehogs. Mighty the Armadillo, he was fighting him and was able to—
No, it seems a bit controversial in chat that I don't like Shadow Gens. It's a perfectly okay game, but it's just too late. Like, I don't know. I think, like, Shadow Generations is one of the laziest games in terms of concept. It's like the reason Sonic Gens worked was because it was his 20th anniversary of the series. Shadow Gens was not. It's like, I don't know, like, I just think the prospect, I think the entire concept of Shadow Gens is just broken. The entire game has no reason to exist. It only exists to sell Sonic Generations Remake. That's the only reason the game exists. Because here's the thing. What is unique about Shadow Gens? They retell a story from a 15-plus-year-old game. And nothing about the entire series actually improves. Shadow learns exactly the same thing that he learnt 15 years ago. He moved on from the past. Like, Shadow Generations is filler. It literally doesn't exist. You could remove Shadow Gens, and literally nothing would change. Black Doom's still defeated. Maria and Gerald are still 6 feet under. Shadow's still moved on from the past. Like, the game has absolutely no reason to exist.
attacks, like a boulder being thrown at him at point blank to the face, and didn't move or flinch at all, and just got up like nothing happened. Whenever Metal Sonic and Sonic fight nowadays, it never ends with the winner. It's usually Metal Sonic getting distracted, or Sonic getting help from someone else, or some sort of thing happening where the fight just doesn't finish. The fact that he was able to 2v1 Silver and Sonic and put that much work in, like he rammed into Sonic, kicked him up, and threw him into Silver. Like, there's so much Sonic and Silver could have done in this fight against Metal Sonic, but they actually couldn't. They were clearly struggling. Like, if you look at every single Metal Sonic fight after the classic days, he's usually getting jumped. I kid you not, his opponent is always getting help from somebody, or something happens where the fight was clearly going to be in Metal Sonic's favor, but they get helped. Even when Metal Sonic was fighting Sonic on a 1v1 on the Wisp planet, Sonic—
Fucking apple skins doing me head in.
had to resort to using wisps. This is what I'm talking about. Metal Sonic is always getting jumped, and he really deserves his flowers because He's very slept on. But yeah, Metal Sonic rightfully deserves his 6th spot place. As
Well, this is the thing that. Well, this is the thing that's confusing. If Metal Sonic requires so many characters to defeat him, why isn't he above Sonic and Tails?
A lot of the strong characters in Sonic, but most importantly, Sonic himself. He's relative to a Silver and Sonic in a 2v.
See, that's interesting. You use scans for Metal Sonic being a rival to justify him being this high, but the same logic doesn't apply to Shadow. Interesting.
If you look at his character bio in Sonic Generations, it says that he's one of Sonic's few rivals who's came the closest to defeating him. That means even Sonic's quote-unquote biggest rival, Shadow the Hedgehog, hasn't even came as close as Metal Sonic to defeating Sonic. Now we're getting into the top 5. Starting out with 5th place is Knuckles the Echidna. Knuckles?
Yeah, Knuckles being above Shadow, that's bullshit. I don't know, like... how are you doing? I'm still sick, but I'm well enough to be here, so... It's mostly just it's a chest infection, so as long as I sit comfy, I'm not too bad.
In his base form, arguably has the best feats in the Sonic universe. Starting off with, obviously in Sonic 3, he was able to punch a Super Sonic out of his form. He also goes on and fights Super Mecha Sonic, who uses the power of the Master Emerald, which is stated verbatim to be stronger and hold more energy than the Chaos Emeralds combined.
The Master Emerald contains special powers that neutralize the energy of the Chaos Emerald. That makes it very powerful. What the?
And it even gets...
Motherfucker, literally. I think that's one of the that's one of the many reasons why Sonic Adventure 2's story is so dog shit. Like, Knuckles literally closes his eyes and lets Eggman of all people nick the Master Emerald. Like, fuck my life, Sonic Adventure 2 is so bad.
better for Knuckles. Knuckles fights Heavy King, who is also using the power of the Master Emerald in a one-on-one match and beats him. And even when Metal Sonic powered himself up with the Master Emerald, Knuckles came in and punched him in the face with no problem.
Speaking of Alaska, I've been modding Sonic Racing Crossworlds, and I'll be completely honest, the mods that you can get for that game are incredible. Like, another reason why it's better than Mario Kart what the fuck's that game called again? Mario Kart World? Is that what it's called? For some reason I call it Mario Kart Crossworlds now. It's weird. But yeah, you can mod Sonic Racing Crossworlds, and the modding is awesome.
Mighty and everybody else sitting there like ducks. Also able to sense chaos energy and also use the Master Emeralds, which shows how much potential he has, which then the verse. What character is able to use the Master Emerald to shut off the Chaos Emeralds? He can also damage people that are intangible and don't exist in a physical way, like King Boom Boo. And he fought an Eggman in base who was using the Phantom Ruby, which is said to have more energy than the Master Emerald. But just in his base alone, he's able to contend with people that are in their super forms easily. As you can see, people that are charged up by the Master Emeralds, which again are stronger than the Chaos Emeralds, and fight against them.
I mean, true, but these are like classic characters.
And just in case there's people asking, so why didn't Knuckles beat Super Neo Metal Sonic? All you gotta do is read the comic and you'll see that they really couldn't go all out in that battle because their bio data was just gonna get copied. That's why when Shadow snuck up on Neo Metal Sonic, it almost won them the fight. And as you can see, they also warned Shadow to be cautious because his moves can get copied. Now, like I said, he was able to go blow for blow with Bark, and Bark was able to just stuff Mighty and solo him. Which is why I said before, by playing it safe, I said that Knuckles...
I'm gonna be completely honest, I think you're glazing Knuckles if you think he can beat Super Neo Metal Sonic. Like, I'm just gonna be completely honest, like, that is bullshit.
Probably doesn't know if he would win against Mighty instead of being fearful of him, that he just has so many feats at their feet in his base form without any type of upgrades and abilities like Silver and everybody has. No. Now, you think I'd be done talking about Knuckles? No, there's more. So, in Sonic Heroes, there's this move called Volcanic Dump. And basically what Knuckles does is he punches the ground and volcanic fire spews out the ground. Yes.
Shadow Sonic 3 versus the Incredible Hulk. Oh, Jesus Christ, that is such a stomp. Shadow wins that. That is insanity.
Knuckles is strong enough to punch the ground to where magma will come out the ground. I kid you not, this happens in Sonic Heroes, and the move is literally called Volcanic Dump. Now name me one character that can do that. I'll wait.
Raiden in Metal Gear Revengeance. Technically it's Armstrong, but they scale to each other, so.
Yeah, you can't think of one. You probably said Knuckles again. Now for
No, I literally did it, like, off the top of my head. I don't know, like, this is what happens when you dedicate your entire channel to one thing, my guy. Hey, Zen Riot. How are you doing? How's your day today? I mean, because of my chest infection, I'm sick, and I'm running on, like, 4 hours sleep. So I'm feeling good. I'm just vibing.
before I got Mighty the Armadillo.
Mighty the Armadillo above Shadow. Oh, Jesus Christ. I can understand where this debate came from then. Yeah, I understand why Mighty versus Shadow became such a thing. Guaranteed it was because of this guy. Hulk can destroy tanks. That's awesome. Shadow can power a weapon that can destroy the Earth. Next argument.
Well, you can put Knuckles as number 4 too, but I personally was just, I just kept switching them over and over again. I was like, where should I put Mighty? But just based off of what happened during the Tails Tube, where Knuckles really
Gonna say he looked like my older brother. Okay. I don't... okay. Hopefully he's nice.
didn't want to give it answer.
Do you hate Tyrecordlol? I don't hate the guy, like, he's entertaining, but he just can't power scale for shit, so his opinions are kind of all over the place.
We know.
Are you gonna make a video debunking Zeta's video? I honestly couldn't give a shit whether that guy lives or dies. Like, that guy lives in all of your heads rent-free. Like, I swear down. Like, he's an immature prick who doesn't understand basic reading comprehension. Like, I don't know what you guys are so obsessed with that person.
How egotistical Knuckles is, like, in his fight against Bark, he was telling him, I know you're stronger than this, I know you can pack a punch, yo, give me all you got. But when it came to Mighty, he kind of like cucked down, like he was like, I don't know, yeah, next question. And this was the modern version of Knuckles, by the way, saying this to you as well.
The Hulk can get stronger. Yeah, well, he's just... It would take him such a ridiculous amount of time to even reach Shadow's level. Like, he's dead before he can, so it doesn't even matter.
As a modern character, might be stronger than...
Also, Shadow can get stronger as well by taking off the inhibitor rings, so...
Knuckles. For number 3, I have Sonic. Everybody knows that Sonic is strong, so I'm not going to really...
Sonic at number 3? Interesting. Now, this is the base forms. Who could be above Sonic? I feel like he's gonna say Blaze. Maybe Eggman? I don't know, like, those are the only characters I can think of that would be above Sonic.
Go that too much in depth. He's known as the fastest thing alive, which helps him in every battle against people who are stronger than him physically. And I'm not gonna go over all of Sonic's feats in base, but I'll go over his best. So we're gonna have to take a look at Sonic Forces, where he fights one of his strongest villains, Infinite. Well, for starters, when Infinite was introduced, him and his crew were taken out by Shadow using a Chaos Emerald. Now, remember when I showed Eggman after obtaining the Phantom Ruby and seeing how powerful it was? He didn't even want to bother with the...
Who wins, Megamind or Syndrome? Megamind. Yeah, Megamind.
Master Emerald anymore? Well, Infinite ended up getting way more powerful and surpassed the likes of Shadow, due to Eggman using the Phantom Ruby to create the Phantom Ruby prototype. So Shadow pulled up on Infinite, and Infinite tried crushing him in a virtual reality, and Shadow ends up breaking out, but loses a little bit of his memory, doesn't even know why he's there. And Infinite basically viewed him as a weakling at this point, and from there on after, went after Sonic. After testing the Phantom Ruby prototype that wasn't even at full power yet. So eventually, after Infinite gets stronger, Sonic ends up fighting him in a one-on-one battle, and he ends up beating Infinite in base, telling him I get stronger by the second, and makes Infinite leave, saying I'm gonna get stronger, Sonic, and I'll be back. Keep in mind, Infinite...
That's... hang on.
Sonic, and I'll be back.
That's... okay, you're not understanding the context. It's Sonic who says that, not Infinite. Also, Infinite immediately whoops Sonic's ass, like, after this fight. So I feel like you're glazing and lowballing Sonic at the same time. It's pretty insane.
In mind, Infinite beat Silver in a one-on-one battle too before this fight. So because of this,
Yeah, another reason why Sonic bullies Silver. I don't know why people like still lose sleep over this.
I think that base Sonic is stronger than Silver and Shadow in base. The reason why Sonic is over Knuckles is because Knuckles lost to Blaze the Cat, and Sonic and her are more like equals, which is what I'll get more into later. And even
Oh, Jesus. Okay, he put Blaze above Sonic. Okay, that's bullshit. Yeah, Sonic is confirmed to be above Blaze, so that's wrong.
though Metal Sonic is the only rival that came closest to beating Sonic, judging by how he was cloned by Infinite like 1,000 times over, just like Silver and Shadow, Final Form Infinite would probably give Metal Sonic the beat down too. For number 2 is Blaze the Cat.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Just let's like by his own logic, Metal Sonic would be above Blaze. So, I don't know.
Blaze the Cat and Sonic are completely and utterly equal. If they didn't make it clear with her
Shadow's much smaller compared to the Hulk. Yeah, so's Thor, and he still kicks his ass. Next argument.
being from a parallel universe from Sonic's, her shoes being completely similar to Sonic's, she's basically a composition of a lot of people from Sonic's universe. She's as strong as Knuckles and obviously the protector of her emeralds.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Blaze is powerful, but, I mean, Sonic Rush made it pretty clear that she's not quite on Sonic's level.
She's as fast as Sonic and has to fight her own Eggman. She didn't like having friends, just like Shadow at one point, and can have her own air shoes, just like Shadow with her pyrokinesis powers. She can fly like Tails, and she's also smart like Tails, judging by how she already knew she was in another dimension at the start of Sonic Rush, somehow. Hold on, she got fire powers like Knuckles too? So if you didn't know, Sonic Rush showed us that they are very equal. In their boss fight when they're arguing, you'll play as Blaze and you'll beat Sonic, and if you play as Sonic, you'll beat Blaze. This same game mechanic thing happens in Sonic Adventure 2 as well, because if you're playing as Shadow, you'll beat Sonic, and if you're playing as Sonic, you'll beat Shadow. And when Takashi was asked who won that fight between Sonic and Shadow in Sonic Adventure 2, he said it was a draw. So it makes sense in Sonic Rush that the fight between Blaze and Sonic ended up in a draw. But in this case, this makes them equal because they're both in base. In Sonic Adventure 2...
I mean, I don't really agree with that, considering Blaze was, like, very aggressive towards Sonic, whereas Sonic just didn't really give a shit. I don't know.
Sonic was using a fake Chaos Emerald in that fight, while Shadow was using a real one, and still...
Also, is Blaze even confirmed to get stronger over time? I mean, I guess she would. But, like, I don't think it's as good as Sonic's.
They had a draw. Not really making them equal in this case.
Hulk was destroying Thor easily, what's Shadow gonna do? Shadow could just teleport Hulk away from the Earth. Problem solved, he wins the fight that way. But I mean, he blatantly outscales the MCU version of the Hulk anyways, so it doesn't matter.
Point of bringing up all this is that she would
And even if strength wasn't an issue, he's way too fast, so...
completely overwhelm Sonic in a base-to-base fight. With her fire powers, speed, and also strength stronger than Knuckles in Sonic Rush.
Also, if you said Hulk was destroying Thor, you did not watch Thor Ragnarok.
Knuckles was getting too riled up with her, so she slammed Knuckles into like...
That's battlefield removal. Yeah, and that's a win condition for a fight, so it doesn't matter. And Shadow is objectively more powerful than the Hulk. Like, in terms of MCU Hulk anyways. Like, he doesn't have that impressive scaling. Realistically.
Side of the mountain, causing like a whole bunch of rocks to fall on him, and then he didn't get any help or didn't even get out of there until Sonic came and helped him.
It's like the highest scaling that you can give for MCU Hulk is like planetary maybe. It's like, okay, congratulations, he's like kind of on par with movie 1 Sonic, who Shadow was blatantly above. It's like, okay, well done.
And while it was happening, she was moving so fast, he didn't even know what was going on. Sonic's not doing that to Knuckles, but Blaze did. Another reason why I think she's stronger than Sonic is because she fights a more deadlier Eggman. She's from a parallel...
I mean, Sonic fought that version of Eggman 2 in Rush. MCU Hulk only lost to base Thanos. That's not even true, but okay.
universe, which means that her and Sonic's universe share the same similarities. The only difference is hers is like the opposite of Sonic's. Obviously, she's her universe's Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails, and Shadow, and whatnot, and her—
Also, that's not really a valid argument, considering you could argue Shadow, like, just teleporting Thanos away as well.
Her Eggman wouldn't miss her if she's gone. He's out for blood. Eggman does like Sonic. He actually would miss Sonic if he was gone, if you didn't know that. For example, during the final
But I don't really know how any of this is relevant, considering, like, they fought each other's Eggman in Sonic Rush. Like, Sonic fought Eggman Nega, and Blaze fought our Eggman.
boss fight in Sonic Rush, you can see that Eggman was telling Eggman Nega to stop because he was going to try to kill Sonic and Blaze. It's also described on his character profile that he's a more deadlier and serious Eggman. Taking in everything I explained, I got Blaze over Sonic any day. Alright, for the
Absolutely fucking not, no.
number one...
Okay, Tailspin, please don't blatantly self-promote in my chat. Like, just, like... I understand that you're trying... I understand that it's relevant to the stream, but it's not a good look for someone to have, okay?
Spot. No honorable mentions, because this video is already long enough, but it is Sage.
Oh! Yeah, fair. I genuinely didn't expect Sage, but yeah, fair. If you want to say that that's like her base form, yeah. Yeah, she'd easily be number one. Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
She's the strongest character in base, hands down. I don't want to hear anybody out with this one. She was created by the power of the ancients from Dr. Eggman and was able to contend against death itself, also known as—
I mean, Sage beats Infinite in a fight. Like, I still maintain that. Like, yeah, Sage beats Infinite in a fight.
the end. Yes, the embodiment of death. She was fighting alongside with Sonic. She also can control the ancient titans and use them in battle, which are beings that Sonic is forced to go super to fight. She's also smart enough to run millions of calculations and find out the outcome of fights about characters and villains and most importantly, the outcome of Sonic's fights. Think about it like this, she never seen the end until it actually came to Earth.
You're one of the few power scalers who actually looks like your profile picture. Yeah, it's because people drew my profile picture to look like me. I don't know, kind of seems like the way you do it, you know?
And man, she already knew beforehand that Sonic had no chance of winning even in his super state without help from Eggman and her. Also, when she mastered the corrupted power of the ancients, she literally helped Sonic against the end, supporting him against attacks and adding on to his defense. Even the Titan that she controls is shooting and damaging the end. If Sage were to go all out and use all of her power against a base Sonic, I don't see him coming out alive. It wouldn't be a close fight. She's harnessing the power of all the ancients. We seen what happened with Cyber Sonic when he harnessed the power of the ancients and he completely evaporated the Titan and destroyed the end. That power is too much for base Sonic to handle. She can teleport you.
I mean, Sage definitely doesn't scale to Super Sonic 2. Like, I think that's wank, but like scaling to like normal Super Sonic, I think that's fair.
Psychokinesis, and by the end of the game, again, can control the Supreme Titan, who does great.
I mean, her shields are really powerful. Like, she was able to block attacks from the end. It's like, granted, she couldn't do it for very long, but I mean, that's the end. Like, the fact that she can block attacks from that thing at all is still pretty impressive. But I'm assuming he's still here, he's just chilling. It's like, I don't see what the Hulk is gonna do. Realistically. It's like, Shadow's too fast, he's too smart. He could teleport Hulk away from the fight, problem solved. I mean, he has, like, better, like, scaling, so... Yeah, take care, Ghost Edits.
Easy stuff, and is on the level of Super Sonic. So now I'm gonna go over the top 10 strongest characters, dead or alive, and this should be quicker than the last section.
Oh, okay, so this is now the top 10 most powerful of all time. Okay. Let's have it.
So for number 10, we have Iblis.
Okay.
Iblis represents the god of destruction power of Solaris, that's the destructive anger of Solaris, and that's why he's just stronger than Mephiles, because Mephiles doesn't really represent that part of Solaris. For number 9, we have...
I mean, Iblis is pretty weak, though. Like, he loses, like, against everyone. Like, canonically, he's lost to Silver, like, he's lost to Silver so many times where Silver debated rage quitting. Because he just couldn't, like, permanently kill Iblis. It's like Sonic and Shadow has beaten him. Silver and Blaze once again beat him in 06. Like Silver and Blaze literally beat this guy so many times that Silver just rage quit. He's like, fuck this. We can't kill him. We're gonna win over and over and over again, but we can't kill him. I don't agree with this.
That's why he's just stronger than Mephiles, because Mephiles doesn't really represent that part of Solaris. For number 9, we have Dark Gaia. Yes?
Right, I've noticed this recently. Where the fuck has Dark Gaia fanboys come from? There are people who think Dark Gaia is more powerful than the End. Like, where did you all come from? And can you kindly fuck off back to where you came from?
Iblis did quote-unquote destroy the future, but he's able to be destroyed by most characters in base. The problem is that he has immortality, so they had to use 2 Chaos Emeralds to get rid of him and seal him away. While for Dark Gaia, it took all 7 and more.
Like, where did Dark Gaia fanboys come? Like, I like Dark Gaia. People think that. I will show you proof of someone saying that Dark Gaia is objectively more powerful than not only the End, but also the Titans. Or at the very least, he said I think he said that Dark Gaia was equal to the Titans. Bollocks.
I even think Iblis is strong enough to fight the weakest
I will show you proof right now if you don't believe me.
Dark Gaia, who split the Earth in pieces. For number 8 is Time Eater. He was going.
How the flying fuck do you have the Time Eater and Dark Gaia and Iblis right next to each other? That don't add up. The guy in 10th place got beaten by base form characters. The guy in 8th place requires 2 super forms. Alright, you want proof? Alright, I'll show you proof. It was in one of the community posts I made. Like, pretty recently, actually. Aw, buffer. It was like pretty big. Yeah, it was right here. Hang on. I blurred out the character. I blurred out his name just for, you know, privacy. A lot of this is incorrect scaling, yada yada yada. Also, since base Sonic was destroyed by Giganto, who was on par with Dark Gaia, Tales in the Frontiers writer says the End is equal to Dark Gaia. We know Sonic and Metal Sonic is nowhere near those higher dimensional Solaris forms in base. To which I responded, a weaker Sonic in base can damage Dark Gaia, yet the strongest version of Sonic in base couldn't even damage Giganto. Like, what are we smoking?
Going around manipulating the timeline and destroying space.
I swear down, the Sonic verse is just so difficult for people to understand. It's like even Riley in chat, it's like he genuinely can't comprehend Sonic being multiversal. I'm like, mate, it's so freaking obvious.
In time and stopping it, this is over Universal. It took 2 Supersonics to take him out, and he could potentially destroy
Universal Time Eater, oh Jesus.
The whole timeline in like a day. People like Iblis.
SA2 Sonic versus 06 Sonic, who's winning that fight. I mean, 06 Sonic is a bit of a retard, considering he let Princess Elise, sorry, get kidnapped more times than Princess Peach. But 06 Sonic is more powerful than SA2 Sonic, so I guess 06 Sonic would win.
and Dark Gaia are not touching this multiversal being. Number 7 is the God Void. He's from the game Sonic Shuffle, and he's the embodiment of anger, sadness,
Genuinely couldn't. I forgot Sonic Shuffle existed. God, the thought of Sonic Shuffle set off my chest infection.
despair, and emptiness. And he's the reason
Knuckles or Metal Sonic? Metal Sonic.
why the characters in Sonic even have dreams, even have the willpower to do things, and was going around destroying the 4th dimension where all their dreams stay. Yes, he was defeated by Sonic, Amy, Knuckles, and Tails, but they weren't able to damage him. They had to use these special rocks. And on top of that, he was mentally nerfed throughout the whole game. You can see him just going off saying, I mean nothing. Why am I so lonely?
Why was I born?
For number 6, we have Illumina. Illumina is
Who the flying fuck is that? I genuinely have no idea who that is.
a goddess. She's the Precious Stone goddess, the guardian, and also the manager of everybody's dreams. It takes Illumina, Flowlight, and Void, 2 beings, to create Illumina. Illumina split off into these 2 beings because she lost her purpose, and she just basically became unconfident in herself. And it took like Sonic and everybody else to talk her back.
Yeah, I think we stopped talking about Sonic. I think we stopped talking about Sonic Colors or Sonic the Hedgehog, and we started talking about Kid Icarus Uprising because that shit is Palutena. Like,
Into becoming who she is again. And she manages
like this shit ain't Sonic anymore.
all of the characters' dreams, even Sonic's and everybody else's. She's broken. Tails and even Sonic and even Knuckles and everybody says their dreams are the reason why they keep going. For number 5, we have Solaris. This one's an obvious one. Solaris was stated
Solaris at number 5. Oh dear.
to be able to destroy not only all dimensions, that means the 4th dimension,
Okay, everyone, we're heading into the 4th dimension.
where Illumina was at, was going to get destroyed. The whole Sonic timeline was going
Okay, I'm already coming up with an issue with this list, but I'm not gonna say what it is yet.
to get devoured by Solaris. That's pretty much all I gotta say, right?
Well, actually, no, fuck it, I'll say it anyway. The Egg Wizard should be objectively above Dream tier characters. Because the power of the stars is stated by Eggman to be above the Precious Stone, which is what sustains Imaginary World as well as Dreams. So it's like, the Egg Wizard not being above the Dream tier characters is bullshit.
Solaris was gonna
Also, I feel like the Egg Salamander should also be this high. Because, like, that thing transcended dimensions, and I think it had the power of the Precious Stone.
destroy the whole Sonic timeline by the time of Sonic 06. Infinite. Now, I know this one's a controversial one for, especially for
I swear down, if Shadow isn't on this list, people are going to be pissed.
him being over Solaris and stuff, because a lot of people think Solaris is the strongest being.
So we're at number 4 right now. It's got to be the End, Sage, and Sonic, right? It's got to be those 3.
Still to this day, for some reason, I don't know why, even though people like Ian Flynn said
Solaris could be top 2. Solaris was number 5. We just went past number 4. We just did Solaris. Yeah, Solaris was at number 5.
that the End is the strongest right now, and it's just obvious, like, she's literally the embodiment of death. But either way,
Whoa, she? Sexist? What, you saying that men can't be deaf as well?
Infinite is stated multiple times to be Sonic's strongest opponent by the time Sonic Forces came around. That means after Sonic fought Solaris. Even with that, Eggman states himself that the
Chat, there are 3 spaces left. We have the End, Sage, the Titans, and Sonic. We have 3 spaces and we have 4 characters. What is happening?
Phantom Ruby holds more power and energy than the Master Emerald itself. Then Eggman went on and said, I'm gonna make someone multiple times stronger than all of Sonic's power. And who did he end up giving that power to? Infinite. Now, Infinite was defeated by Sonic in Base, but Base form Sonic said that gets stronger by the second. But hey, if you want to put Solaris over Infinite, be my guest. I don't really care. This is just the factual information I got and what I found. For the 4th spot, it's Sage. Sage again is relative.
Oh shit! Wait, hang on. Wait, what? Hang on.
Infinite is stated multiple times. You know, especially for Solaris was stated to going. For number 5, we have
Number 5, we have Solaris. Number 4 is Infinite, but number 4 is also Sage.
I want to put Solaris over Infinite. Be my...
My man cannot count to 10. Solaris was at number 5, and 2 characters are at number 4. I know he's got the bloody Bob Marley hairstyle, but he must be smoking that good stuff right now.
Yes, I don't really care. This is just the factual information I got and what I found. For the 4th spot, it's Sage. Sage again is relative.
No, he literally says in the 4th spot twice. Yeah, like he literally. Hang on. Unless I'm just tripping balls.
Solaris was going to destroy the whole Sonic timeline by the time of Sonic 6. Infinite. Now I know this one's.
I don't know if he's lumping Solaris and Infinite together. Because Sage definitely has the number 4 spot.
The factual information I got and what I found.
He could be lumping Infinite and Solaris together. Either that or he just can't count to 10. But one of the two.
For the 4th spot, it's Sage. Sage again is relative to the End, who is stated to be the strongest Sonic boss of all time.
I don't think she's relative to the End. I think that's wank. I think that she's relative to Supersonic. I think that's fair. You could maybe argue that she's above Supersonic and below Supersonic 2. But to say that she's as powerful as the End, that's bullshit.
So, yeah, that's really all I gotta say. I mean, I've already went over a Sage, and she's...
That's so good art. I love that. I hate the fact that the End looks like the moon. But, like, such a cool piece of artwork.
One of the strongest Sonic characters of all time as well, too. For number 3, the End. The End...
How the flying fuck is the End at number 3? How? No. No. You had one fucking job. Why is the End at number 3? Why? And we've even had Solaris, so he's not above. Who the fuck is above the End? Cybersonic, I'm guessing? Who else? Please tell me he's not going to put Hypersonic. Because that's technically the same guy. Surely he's only going to give one Sonic transformation.
Is stated to be death itself.
Please be the Titans. The Titans and then Supersonic 2. That's the only thing that makes sense.
Over this, Sonic needed a Supersonic Cyber 2 form and all this other stuff just to defeat it. We've never seen Supersonic get pushed to its limits like that until he met the End. For the top 2, for the number 2, 1 and 2 spots.
Jesus,
Sonic and Knuckles. I'm not trolling. Hypersonic and Hyper Knuckles, obviously. Strongest forms in the series using these Super Chaos Emeralds.
Oh, Jesus. No. Absolutely fucking not. No. Nope. Nope. Nope.
Some people usually get mad at me when I say this, but like...
Nope.
They'd never played Sonic 3 on
Yeah, come in! Nah, this is bullshit.
top of that. But if you didn't know, the Super Emeralds are stronger than the Chaos Emeralds, and you need the Super Emeralds to reach a Hyper form. And I know the Hyper haters are probably saying, yeah, but the last time we seen a Hyper form or the Hyper transformation was in the classic days, and Sonic, again, has gotten stronger since. It doesn't matter, because...
It literally does matter. Because what if the power creeps surpass the amp that the Super Emeralds give you? It's like, oh wow, who gives a shit?
If Sonic were to go hyper right now, Knuckles were to go hyper right now in their modern forms, they would solo.
Okay, and that's never gonna happen, so that's not an argument.
They were to go to another dimension where the Super Emeralds are, which is stated by Takashi Iizuka, Hypersonic would still be, Hyper Knuckles would still be the strongest transformation we've ever seen, the strongest.
The funny thing is that that's not even true, because it was confirmed by Ian Flynn that, like, Supersonic 2 and Hypersonic are equals. Like, if Hypersonic returned in Final Horizons, he would be identical to Supersonic 2. So it's like, you could... So you could potentially argue that Cyber Supersonic is above Hyper. Because Cyber Supersonic is like Supersonic 2 going all out. So no, this is still wrong. But it's like, Hypersonic is never coming back. He's basically feetless. I don't know, I hate this argument.
Thing we've ever seen in the Sonic franchise. You guys can go check out my video on the whole hyper.
Let me put it to you this way, right? Imagine if, like, current Goku went Super Saiyan 1, right? No, actually, no, we're not even gonna give him... To put it into context as to what I'm saying, right? Base Goku, during the events of Dragon Ball Super, do you think he could beat Supersonic... No, not Super... Fuck my life. Okay, try again. Base Goku, during the events of Dragon Ball Super, do you think he's beating Super Saiyan 2 Goku during the Cell Saga? I think he is. And I don't think anyone would disagree with that. Unless I just don't know anything about Goku. Which is possible. Like, base current Goku is beating his earlier Super Saiyan forms. And I don't even know dick about Goku, and even I know that. It's like, okay, the same thing could be applied for Sonic. It's like, okay, Sonic's just grown so much stronger over the years. Has he surpassed his weaker Hyper form? What's so fucking difficult to understand about that? Like, I don't know. Yeah, like, I don't know what... Like, the only time I'd disagree with that is if it's like, there was a specific ability that Hypersonic had that Supersonic didn't have. Like, I don't know, like, Hypersonic is like 5D, Supersonic is 3D. It's like, okay, well, that's different. But it's like, that's not really established to be the case.
Transformation and stuff like that.
Also, can I just point out, where the fuck was Supersonic in this the fact that Supersonic and Supersonic 2 weren't on this list, foul.
But yeah, time to talk about the top 10 strongest characters as of right now. The final
top 10 strongest characters as of right now. Let's go.
section.
Excuse me.
Now, before I get started, if I were to talk about any of the characters, if I were allowed to, at least, without people getting completely angry because they don't read the comics for some reason, if I were to talk about the comics, these lists would look drastically differently. But anyways, let's get into it. So for number 10,
I think I've got
top 10 strongest right now in Sonic.
Well done.
And that's the end of the video.
I think he just clickbaited us, I'll be honest. Yeah, we got clickbaited. We can have a look at the we can have a look at his transformations list. I mean, I feel like Hypersonic is already going to be at the top, but yeah, we can have a look at that if you want. Yeah, yeah, like that list was awful. I'm gonna be completely honest, like, that list was pretty bad. The fact that Supersonic and Supersonic 2 wasn't even on the list. I don't even think Cybersonic was on it either. Like, no, that list was pretty bad, I'm sorry. Right. Hang on.
So throughout our time together, not only am I going to be explaining the transformations, but I'm going to be going over their weaknesses, their strengths. Sadly,
Oh god. Right. Okay. I'm gonna go for a piss. Real quick. I'll try pause on something. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's a good thing to pause on. I'm gonna go for a piss and get my drink. I'll be 2 seconds. I will put Puffer in charge. Let's see. Let's position him on the below. There we go. I'll be 2 seconds. So I have returned. I hope this little chap has been keeping you company. He's been vibing. Yeah, so I've been reading a few messages. In my opinion, hypersonic feat shouldn't matter if we know he's more powerful than supersonic. Well, here's the thing. He's more powerful than classic supersonic, but I feel as though he would have been surpassed now by Sonic.
Sonic. So if you didn't know,
Oh Jesus, Werehog in last place.
Werehog Sonic is basically from Dark Gaia. Dark Gaia was released by Eggman. And if you didn't know, Eggman used Dark Gaia's malice, or should I say power, to take Sonic out of his super form. Dark Gaia's power is so evil, so negative, it's kind of a direct weakness for the Super Emerald's positive innate power.
Question, he thinks Dark Gaia is in the top 10 strongest characters in the Sonic series, yet when Sonic is amped by Dark Gaia's power, that's his worst transformation. Okay, buddy.
And Eggman, as smart as he is, harnessed this power to...
See, this is the thing. When you watch people's videos back to back, you notice straight away if there's gaps in their logic.
Of course, counter Supersonic, and it mutated Sonic into the Werehog Sonic we know of today. Now, just because I have Werehog Sonic as the weakest doesn't mean the transformation sucks. Anyways, Werehog Sonic has basically fought against all of Dark Gaia's minions.
Here's the thing. I think Werehog Sonic beats Dark Sonic. Like Dark Sonic is... I mean... I don't know. I feel like Dark Sonic is definitely the weakest. Then Dark Super, and then probably the Werehog. Like, Werehog is actually, like, pretty powerful. Like, Dark Sonic is pretty featless.
These minions are energy fragments of Gaia. Same goes for the bosses too. They are also Dark Gaia's minions like Dark Eel. Dark Eel was beaten by Sonic just throwing ice at him and then beating him down to a pulp. I would say that Werehog Sonic, when he's in this form, is definitely up there with Knuckles when it comes to brute strength and raw strength. Not only is he straight up punching these minions of Gaia's, but he's actually hurling them up and slamming them on the ground, picking them up and everything. He's able to stretch out his hands super far like he's Plastic Man or something. Like when he was fighting Dark Gaia Phoenix, he was just picking them up and hurling them. Just
one more time, since we're asking power scaling takes, who have y'all got, Blaze or Amy? I'm assuming you're asking this in terms of power levels and not shipping, because we don't do that here. Well, I certainly don't fucking do that. Yeah, I think Blaze would beat Amy in a fight.
showing how strong he is. Now, to put this in perspective, Dark Gaia was able to split the planet in half into pieces, and he was even at his strongest at this point still. And Werehog Sonic was beating up his minions with his power.
Would you want the Werehog style to come back? Well, here's the thing. I like the Werehog gameplay, but I don't know how logically it would return. It kind of seems like a one-and-done kind of thing with Sonic Unleashed. Unless they were to make like a Sonic Unleashed sequel. But that would surely just be Sonic Unleashed all over again. I don't know. Unless Sonic was to team up with like an alternate Werehog. From like another... I mean, there are infinite amount of Sonics across the multiverse, apparently. He could possibly team up with another Werehog. And the gameplay could return that way? I don't know. I only work here. Why are you asking me questions?
Every night. So out of all the minions who had Dark Gaia's power, Werehog Sonic, who also had Dark Gaia's power, was stronger than all of them. Also, keep in mind, when Dark Gaia decided to take back his power from Werehog Sonic, it gave him such a big power boost, so I would definitely have to say that he is large country level when it comes to his strength and durability.
Fuck my life. Large country level Werehog. I could easily get the Werehog to multiversal, but... Sure thing, buddy. I'll let you have your cake and eat it.
Because based off of what Dark Gaia was able to do to the planet and how much of a power boost he got from Werehog Sonic, it's not that hard to believe that Werehog Sonic at least country level. Especially when you consider the fact that Dark Gaia was able to contend with Supersonic after that power boost. The next transformation we have on the list is Dark Sonic. Now,
okay, at the very least he's here. Okay, fair enough.
Now hear me out, it is not a weak form, but a lot of you guys don't understand this form. So for number one, Dark Sonic's screen time was so short that we didn't—
You have a lot of hot takes. Well, the reason for that is because I'm honest. Like, you don't have to agree or disagree, just, you know, you can sleep safely at night knowing that what I say is what I think. And that's perfectly fine. You don't have to agree with it, but, you know, you won't see me trying to be someone I'm not.
Even get to unfortunately see that much.
That's something that I've noticed, chat. Do you think it's like I'm guessing that a lot of people in chat are under like 20, 25, that sort of age. Do you prefer it when YouTubers are honest as to who they are, or do you like the idea of them putting on a performance? I don't think there's anything wrong with either option. I'm just asking you a question. Like, what do you guys prefer? Like just genuinely. Like, I don't think there's an issue with either choice. I'm just, like... Because it's like, I like some YouTubers who put on a performance. And it's kind of like exaggerated or over the top. A good example is like Markiplier, right? It's like Markiplier is... He's kind of chill in real life, but he's batshit insane when he's playing games. You know, I still I like Markiplier, but, you know, he's more like of a performance person, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I agree with you. Exaggerating is nice as long as it's still your personality. It's like a good way to tell if I'm exaggerated is if I'm playing games. Like, like, people who have tuned into my streams, you will know that I say some really fucked up things from time to time. That's exaggerated, but, you know. I'm still me, myself, and I.
From him. So as we all know, Dark Sonic was achieved by Sonic utilizing the negative energy of the fake Chaos Emeralds. I'll say it again. Fake Chaos Emeralds, which are not as powerful as the real deal. But the good news is, the villain in the Sonic X episode says, Sonic, I have these two villains that are basically Metal Sonic that studied all of your past battles before today, and I want to test your fighting ability against them. Sonic turns around and says, alright, and completely disintegrates and slices through them. And of course, if what that bot was saying was true, that means that those two were as strong as Sonic's past villains, probably stronger. And of course, before this episode, we know in the past that Super Sonic fought Chaos, so that means that they were stronger than Chaos. And Dark Sonic completely destroyed them with no difficulty, meaning that Dark Sonic at that time is probably stronger than Super Sonic, if not at the same level at least. But based off of what the machine said, I'm gonna have to say that Dark Sonic is probably stronger than the Super Sonic that fought Chaos within the show. But that goes into my next one, which is Sonic X Super Sonic. I wish Dark Sonic showed up more, but Sega said, nah, we're gonna stick with Super Sonic. I only have Super Sonic over Dark Sonic really because
I'm on the fence about that comment. My bum has got splinters. I'm on the fence.
he has better feats. By the time Super Sonic and Shadow team up, Sonic already knows Chaos Control. Sonic already has gotten stronger and has better battle experience by now. But listen, let's say hypothetically Sonic were to go Dark Sonic when he teamed up with Super Shadow. I'm not opposing the fact that Dark Sonic could actually probably perform at the same level as Super Sonic. If he's using real Chaos Emeralds out of nowhere and then turns Dark Sonic, then you catch my drift, chat. Now you probably wasn't thinking about these transformations.
I mean, you're maybe right, but that's also maybe impossible, so. What's your favorite Sonic game besides Sonic Unleashed? Probably Sonic Generations. I think that Sonic Mania is a really well-made game. But if I had to go back and play one right now, it'd be Sonic Gens. Like, it's just a fun game. I like Sonic Gens.
That I'm about to bring up, but I was. And that's the wisps. Now, not all of them transform you, but some of them do. Now, these wisp transformations that I'm about to name are not stronger than the 3 transformations already named, like Dark Sonic and Werehog Sonic. Just think of them as honorable mentions.
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, wisps aren't stronger than the Werehog? I guess.
Sonic and Werehog Sonic. Just think of them as...
I hate Sonic Unleashed. It's okay. It's okay to have wrong opinions from time to time. We all have wrong opinions. Don't worry. I'm sorry.
Honorable mentions, but they're just so weak that...
Why do you hate Sonic Unleashed? I agree that the YouTuber called Unleash, I agree he sucks. But Sonic Unleashed is pretty close to peak, my guy.
They just gotta be brought up and not forgotten about. This form is just horrible. It's from the Magenta Wisp. It just turns you to a musical note that allows you to...
Okay, I think we can skip past the wisps, because like they're just kinda like their own thing. They're more power-ups than anything. Fuck my life, how long is this honourable mention segment going on? The honourable segment was like 7 minutes long. What the fuck?
Broken.
Honorable mention my arse. You just wrote like half a bloody book, my guy.
Now let's get.
Do you like Shadow Gens? I think Shadow Gens is like okay. I don't rep Shadow Gens. I also think that Shadow Gens is one of the most overrated Sonic games. And I know oh, I don't know if it's done it.
Change, you filthy animal.
Oh no, it did do
I
it.
agree the Doctor and Tails would be great friends.
It's up there. Also, I don't know what I did differently this time, but I can actually hear the text-to-speech. Pimp Demon, thank you for the... I think that's $5. I agree the Doctor and Tails would be great friends. Probably, yeah. What the fuck was I gonna say? It's like... I think Shadow Gens is like, okay. Like, to put into context how overrated Shadow Gens is, one of my most disliked videos of all time was when I said that Shadow Gens is a flawed masterpiece. That was one of my most disliked videos of all time. That is how overrated Shadow Gens is. Not even flawed masterpiece was good enough for the Shadow Gen fanboys. I'm like, okay, sure thing. Your girl Lart is in the chat. Hello. There is a female among us. It's good to have you here. After this, watch the animations for Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic Rush. I might just do that, thank you. Also, Axel, how you doing, buddy? Hello. Hello, Tete. Hello, Mr. Bean. Hello, Mr. Bean.
Back to the quote-unquote actual Sonic transformations, we're starting out with...
How's your black people content? What? The fuck? Young Glue?
Dark Spine. Dark Spine Sonic is a
Dark Spine Sonic. Man, I miss Dark Spine Sonic.
When Sonic is teleported into a book,
he's basically the Werehog, but better. Same voice, different powers.
a Genie, fights her ex, and then on the final boss fight, when he transforms, 3 of the Magic World rings go into Sonic. These 3 rings are Rage, Sadness, and Hatred.
Also, Sonic being purple is just quite awesome. Not gonna lie.
Keep in mind, the other 4 Magic World rings were in Eraser, and he had Prayers, Joy, Pleasure, and Wishes. The white ring grants you its wishes and desires, and he still lost.
Which format of the secret book games is stronger? Excalibur, I think, is stronger. But Darkspine is pretty badass. No, I did not see your suggestion. Yeah, I think Excalibur is stronger than Darkspine. But they're both pretty badass.
To Darkspine Sonic.
I might do a YouTube short ranking the transformations from like worst to best. Not in terms of power, but in terms of like just which one I prefer. Because here's the thing. I like Supersonic 2. But I don't know if he's good enough to justify being that high. Like, I don't know. Like, I like Supersonic 2. Like, he's badass. He's cool. I like him. But is he that high? I don't know. I don't know.
Do you know how strong...
It's a lazy design, just new aura and new eyes. Well, yeah, but like, you could argue if it isn't broke, don't fix it. Like giving him like an aura and blue eyes, like that's still pretty cool. And technically, it's not supposed to be a new transformation. It's supposed to be like supersonic but amped. So drastically changing his design, I don't know. Like, I just. It just sucks that we'll never see Supersonic 2 again. Like, it's a shame. I don't know. I kind of miss that.
You have to be to beat someone who has wishing power? Well, Sonic
like, I actually really liked Supersonic 2. I'm gonna miss the guy.
form is very similar to Supersonic. The only difference is he just talks a lot of crap and he's way more aggressive. Most likely probably because the rhetoric and rage that's inside of him. In this form, he also has
Frontiers 2. If Supersonic 2 comes back in Frontiers 2, I'll be happy, but also fuck you Frontiers 1 for getting rid of him in the first place. Frontiers 2, you better make it so that Supersonic 2 is, like, honestly at this point, I think Supersonic 2 should be, like, the new Supersonic. Because, like, it's technically the same form, but, like, Sonic's gotten stronger over the years. Sonic's design has changed over the years. Just slowly introduce changes to Supersonic. I don't know, like... Hey, Omniscaler, how you doing, buddy? I have a question, Omniscaler. I sent you a message, and I think your YouTube comment section deleted it. When Metal Sonic vs. Cell comes out, do you want to collab and react to it? I think YouTube kept deleting my comments, so I don't know if you saw them. But since you're here, I'll ask you.
the ability of time break and speed break. It's very similar to chaos control, but yeah, it just slows down time and he's just able to blitz his opponents. During this final fight, Darkspine Sonic is showing his universal power, fighting this villain that is threatening that whole universe. Even though it's in a book, it's still a whole universe, and the book also is said to hold many other stories, which means that there probably is many other universes as well, with each page probably or something like that. But the thing that holds Darkspine Sonic back compared to the other ones that I haven't mentioned that I rank higher than Darkspine Sonic is that the fact that he has to charge up his soul meter to do an attack. Understand that the soul meter is not only just a game mechanic, but it actually is a thing in the story where Sonic literally has to have the soul meter to use the rings. I think that's a big weakness of Darkspine Sonic that holds him back when comparing him to other Sonic transformations. The thing about Darkspine Sonic is that he goes on the defense, charges up his attacks, and then deflects anything you got coming towards him when he's at like full meter, or he'll just charge up his meter and then blitz you and like release everything he's got on you. But next we actually have Excalibur Sonic. Now I know a lot of y'all
my boy.
Surprised.
Oh, that image is cursed.
So Sonic was basically summoned into another dimension from this woman who called them the Knights of the Wind and deemed himself worthy of the Excalibur.
Yeah, I don't really do many collabing with other YouTubers, so maybe we can, like, you know, actually do some collabing.
Sword by going around and beating up all of the most skilled swordsmen in the universe.
Also, I'm fairly certain it's in Sonic and the Black Knight, where they imply that Blaze has a crush on Sonic. Because, like, when he saves Percival, like, Percival's blushing. I kinda regret saying that now, because the DeviantArt people are gonna have a fucking field day with that.
Then by the time of the boss fight, Sonic was on his last stand and the long-lost light of the Sacred Sword appeared, when all of the swords basically fused.
Really? Yeah, really. Once again, consult Dr. Google. Bro, Sonic and the Black Knight's peak. I just don't like playing the game very much, because the gameplay is kind of eh. I think it's here? The exposers are gonna use this now, I know, right?
Yikes! Whew! That was close!
I think it's here.
Why did you?
I guess you could say that Whim is my other master.
Save the hugs and kisses for later.
Yeah, Caliburn says save the hugs and kisses for later, and it makes her blush.
What? You jealous or something?
For a knave such as you? Ridiculous.
I can't believe Sonic actually manages to make fucking Caliburn of all people, like, stutter. Like... Sonic has got them moves that even a sentient sword has a crush on him. Jesus Christ.
Together to make Sonic into this strong...
Yeah, I think YouTube's a bit funny with that sort of thing, because when I messaged you Omniscaler, I said, yeah, reach out to me on Discord. But the problem with that is if you promote like links or things like that, YouTube like hides the comments. So that was probably my mistake for saying reach out to me on Discord, because then YouTube was just like, oh no you don't. So yeah, I did my best.
Broken Knight. So Excalibur Sonic is in the same situation that Darkspine Sonic is.
Blaze is just shy.
Final boss threatens the whole universe, and then he has to take him down. But the key thing that
I love Caliburn's response. What? You jealous or something? For a knave such as you? Ridiculous. Stuttering over Sonic the Hedgehog. It's like,
puts Sonic over Excalibur is that he counters attacks and strikes. He's very precise and very skilled, way more skilled than Darkspine. And then after doing
my
all
man
his
literally got a
counterattacks,
sword.
it's just obvious Excalibur Sonic is way faster than Darkspine Sonic. After continually clashing with and countering the final boss's attacks, he finds an opening and instantly...
I like your videos so far. Your energy towards this video is rancid. No, I'm just more myself in streams. I'm less tame, that's all. I mean, to be fair, we literally just watched a video from him where he ranked like the top 10 strongest characters. It wasn't fun. Yeah, the video wasn't brilliant, unfortunately. But anyways.
Blitzes them with a barrage of attacks.
It's like, Tyrecord, I don't have an issue with the guy. Like, this video came out a year ago. It's like, I actually quite like Tyrecord's, like, his videos are very entertaining. And he seems like a really good person. He just has questionable takes from time to time, that's all.
Then goes back on the defense, but the difference is, he's not just dodging. He is countering every single attack, waiting for another opening, and then will go back in and destroy you. You see, as a quick reminder, Darkspine Sonic was using the opponent's attacks and reflecting...
Also, the guy ignored Sonic Frontiers. How many migraines do you get after making a video? It depends on how annoying the video is.
A lot of his attacks back at him. But Excalibur Sonic is on the offense literally the whole time, basically. And even for the final attack, instead of just, you know, deflecting stuff or anything, the whole time, throughout the whole battle, he's countering his attacks, going in, hitting him, then he charges up a final attack and then destroys him.
Bruh hits him. The reading comprehension crisis in America needs to be studied. Nah, what do you mean, bro, buddy? Sonic vs. Mario videos infinite. Oh Jesus, yeah. I'm fairly certain this guy had like a rivalry with Josiah. I don't know who Josiah is, and to be honest, I don't really know who this guy is. But like, he had like a freaking, I think it was a few years ago now. Like, he made a Mario vs. Sonic video. Josiah debunked it. Tyrecord responded to it. And then Josiah responded to him. I'm fairly certain we watched, like, all of the videos, like, back to back. That's, like, my most viewed stream, even to this day. We looked at the, Tyrecord versus Josiah drama. It was a lot of fun, to be fair.
And again, Excalibur Sonic is probably the fastest transformation in the series. If the other two I haven't mentioned yet are...
It's quite fun not being involved in drama. It's quite fun watching it. Because I don't have to get offended. I can just sit here and relax. It's nice.
Still left. And before I move on from Excalibur Sonic, can we appreciate the fact that not only was he not on...
Also, speaking of drama, held for review comments, if you're ever going to be a YouTuber, you get the best stuff in those. I had someone the other day, I had someone like 2 hours ago tell me to kill myself because I said that Mario loses to Sonic. I'm like, okay, you're very happy, aren't you? Seriously, if you're gonna be a YouTuber, like, and you're not offended by stuff, you get some gold. with the held for review comments. I had someone called me, like, I'm sorry, if you don't... Venom and Cinnamon, Axel... No, it was, like, if you're a YouTuber, and you haven't been called the N-word, yet you're not doing your job right. There will be someone somewhere who will be offended by what you say and will call you the N-word. Like, it's gonna happen. Was it the video you did yesterday? Yes.
Defense, the old...
Although, if you're gonna look for the comment, you won't be able to see it, because YouTube was like... fetus deleters on that comment.
Time, he was deflecting...
I'm tempted to do Mario versus Goku. Shall I do it? Shall I do Mario versus Goku, and shall I do Sonic versus Goku? I'm genuinely tempted to do it. Like, I don't really know. Like, that would just be the ultimate way of pissing off both sides. Like, I don't know shit about Mario, and I don't know shit about Goku. I'm gonna do a video fighting them both. Oh, bloody hell. Right.
A lot of the attacks still, but on top of that, he was clashing with the villain the whole time, and then just...
See, that's the thing, it's like, power scaling content can be very toxic, which is why, like, I don't know, like...
Why I personally hate it.
Yeah, it's like, power scaling can be quite toxic, but there's an easy solution, just, like, if people are being dicks, just hide them from your channel. Like, at this point, that's what I'm just gonna start doing. It's like, because... I actually really like the comments where they're like, okay, at 3 minutes, 10 seconds, you said this, I personally think you're wrong, for these reasons. It's like, okay, like, I like those kind of comments. Like, or I like the comments as well, where people actually tell me shit that I've forgotten. Because it happens. You know, it's like, especially for Sonic, it's like, people told me about the Sonic Shuffle stuff. Completely forgot that game existed. Like, it is what it is. Like, I like it when people are helpful.
Is Sonic Shuffle even canon?
I don't really know if it's canon or not, but I didn't even know it existed until someone reminded me it did. But it's like...
I didn't learn about it until I saw it on a random Game Grumps episode.
It's like when you have Muppets in the comment section where they're just like, oh, never cook again. It's like, okay, I'll just starve to death then. It's like, okay, fine. Oh, never let bro cook again. It's like, alright, buy me pizza for the rest of your life.
Fighting him. He wasn't dodging like that a lot of the times. He wasn't, you know, charging up his meters or anything like that. He was just waiting for an opening. But if you think Darkspawn Sonic is stronger than Excalibur Sonic, let me know down in the comments below.
Excalibur Sonic has a really good design.
Because I just don't see it.
It's
all
really
right,
shame
for
they
the
haven't
final
brought it
two
back.
strongest Sonic.
Also, Excalibur Sonic, I know that it's technically in a cutscene, but Excalibur Sonic is like the only time Sonic has ever done a Kamehameha or something very similar to that. It's in a cutscene, so it doesn't count, but I'll try find you it. I think it's here. Actually, fuck it. We'll watch the entire cutscene because it's peak. Let's have a... My man Golden. It's when he gets the sword. Kamehameha Hadouken!
I don't think that's a Kamehameha. I just think that's literally the sword thing.
I mean, it's the closest thing that we'll ever see to Sonic doing that. In the games, at least. Obviously, in Sonic X, he's performed Kamehamehas because that show is basically Dragon Ball. But you know,
transformation.
Oh, before we get further, I need some catching up here. How much Shadow's placement in character scaling? I have to know.
Yeah. Yeah. He put Shadow at number 8.
Come again?
Yeah, he put Shadow below Silver, Metal Sonic, Knuckles, and Sonic, obviously. Yeah, he put.
You are fucking kidding me.
Yeah, he put Shadow below Silver. I'm like, there's no fucking way.
He put Shadow below Silver.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no fucking way.
Shadow and Metal, like Knuckles and Metal Sonic are debatable, but fucking Silver? You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah, he put Shadow below Silver. I'm like, there's actually no fucking way.
The same guy who he fucking used Chaos Control and kicked in the fucking head.
Yeah, he also put Blaze above Sonic, Shadow, and Silver. I'm like,
Oh, fuck right off.
There's like,
Blaze is not more powerful than Sonic or Shadow.
I'm like, there's simping, and that I don't even think she's above Silver, to be honest. Because like in 06, it's kind of implied that he's above her. The only placement that made sense was Sage, because he put her at number 1. I'm like, okay, fair enough, but like everything else just kind of didn't make sense. He was talking about like the characters in base, so like no super forms or anything like that.
Which is stupid because Shadow beat Silver in base.
I mean, they both had Chaos Emeralds, but like Shadow still beat him like in a fair fight. Like, it is what it is.
Oh, and didn't he also use the excuse that fucking Silver beat Sonic?
I think he did, yeah. But I'm like, well, here's the thing. He tried saying that Shadow wasn't like, he tried saying that Shadow wasn't a rival to Sonic, but Metal Sonic was, which is why Metal Sonic was like 4 spots above Shadow. I'm like, okay, buddy. That don't add up.
Complete dog shit says fucking Metal Sonic has way more fucking losses against Sonic than Shadow does.
I mean, it is what it is. Like, if you want to... I'd be happy if you put, like, Shadow and Metal Sonic, like, right next to each other. But to have, like...
Not to mention, also, didn't Shadow actually kick the shit out of Metal Overlord?
I mean, true, but he did have, like, the Doom powers.
Do not say the... He did not... What Doom powers did he use? The fucking glider? Oh, yeah, that's an big increase in power.
But it's like, he had access to, like, 3 of the 5. I think he had, like, Doom Spears, Doom Smash, and Doom Surf, I think. Because because when you beat Metal Overlord, he gets the Slime ability. Doom Shuffle, I call it, but that's not what it's called. And then when you beat Mephiles, he gets the Wings. So yeah, he had, like, Doom Smash, Spears, and Surf.
Even though you really did. Even though you really
Supersonic
did use Spears.
and Hyper.
Okay, so this guy just forgot Supersonic 2 exists. Okay, fair enough.
Talk about Supersonic
I don't
first.
think Supersonic 2 counts as a transformation.
Unless he lumps Supersonic 2 in with Supersonic.
We all
Because technically they're the same guy, but we'll see what he says.
know that he has the strongest feats in the verse. Fought all of the strongest villains in the series, including the end. And don't get me wrong, I'm not forgetting about Cybersonic. The problem is that they're both the same. They're both
Again, Cybersonic is not a transformation.
How the flying fuck are those two guys the same? Tell me how that.
I still stand by what I said about Supersonic 2. I think it's probably one of the most biggest disappointments in terms of transformation.
But it's like, I like Supersonic 2, but I do wish that he was better.
I mean, gameplay-wise, it's even worse because all it is just a tighter fairy window thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's literally it. Other than that, it's no different from fucking Supersonic.
Well, I just hate the fact that I just hate the fact that we got like 2 cool new forms that have like 10 minutes screen time max, and it's like we're never gonna see them again. I just hate that.
I still don't think Cybersonic is a transformation.
Well, it's like regardless, it's like I think that Supersonic 2 is like a new transformation, and I think that this is Supersonic 2 just channeling all his power. So it's like, I think that those two are the same, but I think that Supersonic on his own is like his own thing.
Cybersonic, it's just super
sucks just freaking.
It's like, I think there's an easy way of fixing this. Just give Supersonic 2's like orange aura, or like the red aura. Job done. Like, he has a red aura to match his red eyes. problem solved.
Sonic using cyber energy. So, I mean, if you want to count that as a transformation, so be it. Not only can Supersonic use Chaos Control...
Like, imagine if Supersonic had a red aura. That'd just be cool. I mean, yeah, it'd be, like, a little dangerously close to Shadow, but, like... Fuck it, give it to Shadow as well. Like, it'd just be cool.
How cool of a contrast would it be if Shadow, instead of having a red aura, had blue aura, in contrast to Sonic having a red aura? Personally, I think it would be interesting to show the contrast between the two.
Super Shadow with a blue aura. See, it's interesting because I feel like that would work better for Silver, because that's like the color of his, like, psychic abilities. It's like a greeny blue. It could work though, yeah. Like a blue one for Shadow. Perhaps.
But sadly, we'll never know because
and all these different abilities like cloning himself, he can teleport, he can go to different dimensions.
Did he just did he just say that the Phantom Rush is cloning? No, he's attacking so fast that there are after images.
And all this other stuff, it's just
Sonic can clone himself apparently.
Too much for the other transformations to handle. Obviously, we all know that when collecting all of the 7 Chaos Emeralds, you are able to get.
See, this is the thing. It's like
the other transformations to handle.
I don't know if it's just Sonic Frontiers having dogshit lighting, but like Super Sonic's aura just looks pathetic here. Give him like a massive red aura. Like just missed
or at least
opportunity.
Make the gold aura more fucking noticeable.
Yeah, like make it like more, make it like the same shade as like Excalibur Sonic. Just give him something.
Obviously, we all know that when collecting all
I also
the
think it's a
7
wasted
Chaos Emeralds,
opportunity in the Sonic Frontiers that the alternate outfits you have for Sonic don't get their own special transformation.
He looks like green piss. Lol.
You are able to get the power of Supersonic, which also grants you wishing abilities, which is said by Blaze the Cat. And this is also shown by Elise when she wishes for Sonic to come back to life.
And I wish to talk to Sonic once again.
But if you want to talk about
God,
with our Chaos Emeralds, we've seen the strongest villains like Time Eater, Solaris, even people stronger than Solaris like the End get taken down easily. Well, not the End. The End wasn't really that easy, but you get what I'm saying. The End though was still stronger than the Chaos Emeralds. Let me not try to sound like I was trying to say like the Chaos Emeralds are strong or whatever. They're not. Just like I stated before, one of the weaknesses for the Chaos Emeralds are Dark Gaia's evil, malicious energy that is just negative.
Those freaking aliens that piloted the Titans in Frontiers?
The Ancients. I think.
How crazy of a twist would it be if the Ancients were actually evil? And everything we saw was just a fabrication of what really happened.
The End was actually good, confirmed.
Yeah, like...
Imagine if that was the case. That'd be so fucking anticlimactic. Yeah. You just beat Supreme and then the game ends. Just... I don't know, like... To be fair, though, like, what if you beat Supreme and then all of the freaking, Titans merge together like the Power Rangers with a Megazord, and then you fight like a... You fight like a Gigantamax Titan.
That'll be a lot cooler than that dog shit fucking bullet hell played.
I mean, then again, this is the guy. This is the same guy who said that like when he ranked the top 10 most powerful characters, he put like Dark Gaia and the Time Eater like right next to each other. I'm like, how the hell does that work?
Which is complete, like,
I don't even know what the fuck
a complete counter towards the super forms. We also see this with the Phantom Ruby and Sonic Mania, which has a negative energy towards the Chaos Emeralds and is able to just take Sonic right out of super form. But yeah, Super Sonic is stronger than basically all of Sonic's transformations, other than...
Do you know what I think would be cool? I think it'd be really cool if all of the characters got their own transformations at this point.
Yeah. At this point, I would even take a lazily done super form just for everyone. I don't even care.
It's like, here's the thing, like, Supersonic 2, I think that should be Sonic's. Like, for Shadow, have it be like an inhibitor ring super form, where it's like he removes the inhibitor rings, and that's like his equivalent of Supersonic 2. It's like
so kind of like that. So kind of like what happened in Sonic X.
Kind of, but like
because in Sonic X when he went super, he removed his inhibitor rings.
Chaos Shadow, yeah, Chaos Shadow would be a cool name. Like kind of like in PO6, yeah. And then for Silver, like give him like something else. It's like I just think it's kind of silly that like all the characters just have like normal super forms. Like I think you should just give each character like their own thing.
Burst Sonic. Now, I've already done a video about Hypersonic and how it's canon and how it is actually existed and is existing in the Sonic.
Because then they'd have like their own color, right? Like imagine like Sonic can stay golden because fuck it. It's like Shadow can be like red, like fully red, like, and then Silver can be like blue and white or something. Like just give them like their own colors. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just kind of hate the fact that they're all like
just golden fur, pretty much.
Yeah, it's like they don't feel that different. The only one that feels different is Shadow because he has like the red, sort of like the red and the gold. But it's like Silver and Sonic are basically the same.
Universe. I've done videos in the
Didn't
past.
Tails and Knuckles also get their own super forms?
Kind of, yeah. But it's like, look at this shit. It's like, even if we look at this image, it's like, okay, you've got white Sonic and you've got pink Knuckles. It's like, obviously, that's kind of silly, but like, it's possible. Like, just give them different colors. Just do something.
I think it's how cool would it be instead of like pink, give Knuckles like crimson red, like a darker freaking red.
I just love the fact that their fucking shoes don't change colour. I think that's my favourite part about the whole series. That's just never explained.
Check out this one right here. The creator already confirmed it.
And the thing that's funny about this is that his shoes change when he becomes the Werehog, but when he becomes like a literal deity, his shoes are just the same. Like, I love it. It's like, just life's biggest questions.
And everything is a lie when it comes to.
Also, why the fuck does he have Lego brick shoes? We'll never know.
I have been asking that question for years, and I still don't have
Hypersonic is obviously stronger than Supersonic. It utilizes the power of the Super Emeralds, which are basically an upgraded version of the Chaos Emeralds. Hypersonic, when shown, also does everything Supersonic can do, but more, obviously. Like, wipe out every single enemy on the screen.
He still can't outrun Tails, though, can he?
And just narratively and within the lore, Hypersonic is the ultimate form. It is the all-ruling compared to Supersonic. It is over him. Yes, we haven't seen a lot from it, but there's a reason why we haven't. The games would be probably boring because of how easy they would be. It's literally a cheat code, basically. Like, I don't know what to say.
Supersonic
Either way,
isn't?
I hope you guys like this video. I hope you learned a lot and got a lot from this. I showed everything. If you guys have any more questions or anything like that, make sure you guys join.
I didn't learn much, but thank you nonetheless. I appreciate the effort. Do you know what? We really need to look at some of Not a Sonic channel's videos, because like he's genuinely pretty good at that sort of thing. Getting into like Sonic stuff. I wonder what other stuff he's made. Yeah, we're just vibing now.
Yep.
I don't know. Top 5 best aura moments in Sonic.
Here are the top 5 Sonic moments with the most aura! For number 5, we have Black Knight's Sonic intro. Sonic got pulled into a random dimension while eating chili dogs, threw them chili dogs up and completely blitzed all of the monsters. This would have been higher if he wasn't sucking
you
in.
got the part where Sonic literally face plants.
Yeah, he face plants, and yet he catches both chili dogs. What a legend.
On his dirty gloves.
That just leaves more questions.
Bathing in the dirt a second ago. For number 4 is Super Neo Metal Sonic. Right off the back, he quite literally wiped the floor with Sonic and Knuckles. For number 3, we have Sonic, Shadow, and Silver going super. I don't think much has to
That's
be
pretty
said.
awesome.
This is
This was
generally a cool
absolutely
scene, but it's kind of ruined by that fucking kiss.
I still really like that moment, because it's like the only time they actually all go super in the games. It's a pretty cool moment.
I wish if they cut the kiss scene, it would have been perfect.
Mm-hmm. Chillin'. Sonic is a loser sometimes. Lol. Yeah, I think the kiss is, I think it's a strange... Excuse me,
Strange is putting it mildly, Riff.
I think it's definitely very strange, but, like, for me, I don't... I like the rest of the scene, so it doesn't bother me too much.
It's still awful.
Like, the music is really good. And again, it's like, it's so freaking frustrating, because that scene was so fixable. It's like, just make it so that she cries. Don't kiss her. Don't kiss the cunt. Fucking cry. Be like, okay, the last time you cried, the world ended. And this time...
if you're going to add a stupid kiss scene, let it be on the cheek or the forehead. Like, come on, people.
At least kissed a dead body. Oh, Jesus. Let's not go there.
There was actually a joke I heard when that clip played and somebody commented, and with that, a kiss between human and cartoon animal blinded humanity indefinitely.
It's like, if I can find... Oh, Jesus, which one was it? I think it was this one. Was it this one? Oh, no. No, it wasn't. It was, I think it was the actual... I think it was actually this comment. There was someone... There were some people, like, this entire comment section was, like, just brainstorming ways of fixing this cutscene. Where was it? Yeah, like, this is a really good one. Like, the way Supersonic was floating down felt with the music, it says beautiful. Elise was praying to the gods and was given an angel. Huh?
You said it says beautiful.
Oh, it weighs beautiful. Okay, so both me and him fucked that up. He meant to type was, and he spelt it wrong and I said it wrong. Nailed it. But yeah, like, I don't know, like, I feel like... Right, there we go, we've skipped it, so you don't have to feckin' watch. Okay, but it's like, Elise was praying... God. It's like, Elise was praying to the gods and was given an angel, and Supersonic was that angel. It's like, I just think that makes the scene just infinitely better. Also, this is like one of the best pieces of music in the entire series. My boy.
I can't see it. Oh, there it is.
My man is a candle. Look at him.
Yeah, that don't right.
He's like the ghost of Christmas past. You know, like the Jim Carrey version. He's a fucking candle. Rouge looks like she wants to shag him. At least I was gay before the light, lol. Shadow doesn't even look like he wants to help, he's just like, oh fuck's sakes, I have to do this again.
Like, god damn it, can't you do something on your own for once, Sonic?
Also, I like that this actually works. Like, they genuinely have no idea this is gonna work, but they just make it happen anyways.
And to be fair, in Sonic Heroes, they kind of proved it didn't work.
The biggest criticism with this scene... hold on. Why didn't they get Super Eggman? Missed opportunity. They would have bullied Solaris.
It's not gonna happen, Rip.
They would have bullied Solaris.
It's not gonna happen. Sorry, Rip, it's not gonna happen.
No.
No.
We need
Not
Super
gonna
Eggman in the games. This needs to be a thing.
They're not gonna make it a thing, Rip.
We need Super Eggman. I really want that to be a thing.
Because they know if they did do it, it would completely overshadow Sonic.
We need like a foot. Right, hang on. Do you know what we need? Hang on. Right, and just bear with me a second. Hang on. Before my life ends, we need a Super Sonic versus Super Eggman fight that goes like this. Hang on. We need a Super Sonic versus Super Eggman fight that goes like this.
Oh god, I hate Alien X. This.
Tell me this would not be peak. Just skipping forward a little bit, just for copyright stuff. Like Super Sonic doing the Phantom Rush.
Why do I have this feeling that Eggman was the first they will fucking make it big and
Yeah, we need Super Sonic versus Super Eggman. Eggman's last plan. The master plan, if you will. Chillin'. Too much power, I know, right?
They apparently set up the casting who's gonna play Amy in Sonic the Hedgehog 4.
Yeah. It's coming out next year, isn't it?
Yep. And the person who's gonna voice Amy is Kristen Bell.
Cool.
Better known as Anna from Frozen.
Yep. I was gonna say something that, yeah, the more that I think about Ben 10, the more I kind of want to get into the power scaling side of things. But I've just got like a few controversial takes regarding Ben 10, so kind of don't really do that.
Controversial kind of
Riff, look up Enerjack. Maybe another time. We're gonna be ending the stream soon, anyways. I mean, fucking throat's crazy. I feel like Forearms versus Diamond Head is kind of like the controversial one. I remember someone did, I think it was the Omniscaler. He did Swampfire versus... Swampfire versus Heat Blast. He did like the Fire Boys. I think he did Accelerate versus a few people.
By the way, we know that... that kind of gets me thinking. Swampfire shoots fire, but is he actually fireproof?
I mean, he can regenerate from his own fire. So...
Yeah, but what if his limbs are like burnt to a freaking crisp?
I mean, yeah, he basically just fucking turned into mush. I don't know.
It kind of begs the question, like, sure, he can shoot fire, but is he actually fire?
I mean, to be fair,
honestly...
He's definitely not fireproof. If anything, he's the exact fucking opposite, because he's made of methane. So if anything, he's flammable. But...
Yeah, but we never know, because honestly, we never seen somebody use fire attacks against Swampfire.
Yeah, the only time we've seen it is kind of like his own fire, but... I got you. I like Swampfire. I like, There's quite a few good aliens, to be honest, in Alien Force.
I don't know how I feel about Swamp Fire. I kind of hate how he sounds like he constantly has indigestion. No, wait, not indigestion. A sinus infection. That's what I meant.
Play a Sonic fan game called Outcome Memories. Apparently it's been cancelled.
Oh.
I now have crippling depression. It's time to go. Was I a good game? No, you were one of the best. Aww.
Oh.
Yeah, I think Sonic. Oh, it's on Roblox. Oh, that would mean getting my fucking Roblox account back. Still, the prospect of running around at the speed of sound as a giant 9-foot wide pufferfish seems kind of appealing to me.
But is it worth going to the keto hunting ground?
Yeah. No. Sorry, I completely zoned out then. I just remember playing, I remember, like, last year when we did Sonic Speed Simulator, and, like, it was just, there was just, like, a load of people playing as Sonic characters, and I was just a giant fish.
I kind of regret not unlocking Shadow during that time.
I'll see if I can find my Roblox pufferfish character. Hang on, Roblox pufferfish outfit. I'll see if I can find it. Well, I found the image, but I want to try find like how massive it is. Okay, well, anyway, oh shit, hang on. Anyway, that was my Roblox character. Just a ginormous pufferfish.
Did you also do a stream one time or on Roblox where the fans again said, "Oh my god, it's the gaming riff," and they crowded around you?
Yes. Yes.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I was just a giant fish. But, anyways. Amazing avatar, 11 out of 10. Yeah, I was just a giant fucking pufferfish. I would love to see it in game. Oh, it was amazing. I was playing Sonic Speed Simulator. I was just like boosting as this ginormous fish. It was hilarious. I liked that a lot. But yeah, unfortunately, guys, we've reached the end of his video. We actually watched 2 videos. So yeah, with that being said, this is where we're unfortunately going to have to end things. So I hope that you've enjoyed your stay. I hope that you enjoyed the stream, and I hope that you have a good rest of your evening. So with that being said, take care, and goodbye. Mm.